Hello, hello. Welcome to Space of Possibilities with Rachel. And here we are again. This is day 26. I'm still one day behind as of a few days ago, as of last week, I guess. How does it get any better than that? This is a space where we explore, where we ask questions, where we play, where we read little bits of inspirational stuff from either the Access Consciousness books or manuals. And we read a little snippet and wonder what it can create in your world, in my world, as just a little contribution for the day. And we've been doing this every day in February if you haven't seen it up to now. And yes, I know it's the 27th and tomorrow's the 28th and I'm only on day 26, but we'll have it, I promise. How does it get any better than that? Today's wee snippet is really interesting, actually. It's from the reference materials of Access Consciousness, which you can purchase after taking some of the advanced classes of Access. So you take the bars as not only an introduction to Access, but you learn a phenomenal hands-on technique that really just resets you. It gives you space, it gives you peace, it gives you just this wonderful yumminess in your world. It's having your bars run. You touch these 32 points on the head. Anyway, you learn the process. You release the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions, the charge that's around them, and you have more space in your life. And then you go, ooh, I wonder what else is available. You've got the Access Consciousness Foundation class, which kind of rocks everything you've ever thought was real and true about the world around you and gives you tools to create what you'd like to have in your world. And yes, this world still goes on. That's part of what we're going to talk about today. This world keeps worlding, keeps happening. It's not happening to us, but it just keeps being, right? It's its own thing. And then, it's up to us how we interact with it. We can choose to react, or we can choose to create, to choose, to change what's going to work for us here. And it's up to us how we see things. And so the lovely thing is that when we are willing to truly get present in our lives and use different tools to be able to change things, all sorts of magical things happen, and it's absolutely beautiful. So in any case, that's a foundation class. And then you head to a choice of possibilities class, where that's facilitated either by Simone Millicis, Brendan Watt, Dr. Dane here, or Gary Douglas. We call them the Big Four of Access. The two are founder, co-creator, and then two others are amazing contributions to Access. And after that, you can purchase the reference materials. And the reference materials for me are the go-to when I'm stuck on something, when there's anything that's like really popping in my world. I'll either open a book or often the reference materials and look up a term or look up a concept and just get a bigger awareness around it. So it's very, very cool. This is a little snippet that someone else had put in the facilitator chat, and I absolutely love it. And it's just a couple of paragraphs, so it's a wee little tiny snippet today, but it packs a punch. And so this is from the reference materials that you would purchase, if you like, after taking a choice of possibilities class. Receiving, this is on receiving, is when you open the door. No, I don't know. Maybe I opened that door, but no, not yet this door. Sorry. Receiving is when you open to the entirety of the universe and receive everything the universe has to give you. The universe is a generous reality. It will give to you unlimitedly if you are willing to receive unlimitedly. You think receiving is what comes to you and what stops with you. It's not. It is what is available to you if you're willing to step into all of it. Receiving is not a flow towards you. It is stepping into everything that is possible. Now, I just think that's absolutely fabulous. Hold on, I'll read the rest of the paragraph and then I'll go back to it. Receiving is not getting money or getting things. Receiving is the awareness of everything around you. True receiving is the ability to perceive, know, be, and receive everything without a point of view. People try to define receiving as money, things, lovers, sex, as anything except what it is, which is a possibility. And the very first book that I purchased, access book that I'd purchased, was actually, I don't think I purchased it. I think it was gifted to me by my first bars facilitator. And it's called Money Isn't the Problem, You Are. Also, wonderful book. Lots of amazing tools in it. But in that book, what I got the clarity of is how much we cut off receiving. And oftentimes we think, oh, receive, well, I must be the receiver. So it must be something that flows to me, toward me. I'm the end point. And I'm the one that cuts it off or not. But it isn't that. You think receiving is what comes to you and stops with you. It's not, it's what's available to you if you're willing to step into all of it. And it reminds me of another metaphor that Gary Douglas uses for allowance. And this is a description that he gives in the How to Become Money workbook, etc. He says, when you're in allowance, when you are in total permission, in total interesting point of view of everything around you, you are like the rock in the stream, and everything just flows through and around. You don't get knocked over. You don't get pushed away. You're the rock in the stream, and everything else keeps moving. And I find that fascinating, because when we're truly receiving with total allowance, in other words, being interesting point of view, I have this point of view, then it isn't about having to direct something at me. It is about me stepping into the current of possibilities, the current that the universe is providing, the current that's so available to all of us in an abundant, amazing universe. And so when we recognize that we have the ability to step into it, we have the ability to let go of resisting it or just seeing it over there, but actually stepping into it, something else is possible. And that doesn't happen when we have points of view. This is right, this is wrong, this is good, this is bad. Reality is created when two or more people align and agree on a point of view, or resist and react to the point of view. And so this is really cool, that it doesn't take any aligning or agreeing. It doesn't take any resisting or reacting to choose receiving beyond this reality, beyond what most people are willing to. You step into everything. You're willing to perceive, to know, to be, and receive with no point of view about it being good or bad or right or wrong. And how does it get any better than that? Yeah, so that's today's wee snippet. I'm fascinated by this. If we're willing to step into the stream, it's there. It's all available. Everything is available to us if we but allow ourselves to step into it. If we are the willing ones to step in and to go, you know what, universe, bring it on. How does it get any better? And what else is possible here? And what else is available when I don't have a point of view of good or bad or right or wrong? And a couple of days ago, I just listened to Dr. Dane Heer's The Possibility Explorer podcast, episode 10 on death and on dying. And it's fascinating to me. My mother's also going through her processes of aging and olding and choosing and all of that. And those of you who've been in the Space of Possibilities Facebook group since January know my cat passed away last month, and that was an intensely long process and really fascinating as well. In honoring their choice. There's no right, there's no wrong, there is just choice. And when we're willing to be that space of allowance, when we're willing to look at the world Look at everything outside of the polarity of this is the way it should be, this is the way it shouldn't be. We can begin to see the underlying gifts. We can begin to see the underlying possibilities that simply haven't been acknowledged yet. And when they're acknowledged, they can begin to expand in your world, in my world, and the world. And what else would be possible then? So thank you, and I will see you later, alligators. Bye-bye.